This is Lawrence D. Adams, and I'm back again with another video. Before you talk to her, you might want to watch this video. This video is about when you're talking or engaging with a woman. We talked about the live last week about building your relationship muscles. One of the things I talked about in the previous video is vetting the woman. That means asking qualifying questions. So as you see on the picture that's on the screen, is a mother and a daughter. So with the mother and daughter, you realize you need to ask her, what is her relationship with her mother? Because her relationship with her mother is vitally important to the relationship that you're going to have with her. If she's constantly having issues, they agree, they get along, then they agree, they disagree, then they don't get along, even though it may seem cool that's her problem, what's going to happen is she's going to bleed that over into the relationship that she has with you. She's going to bleed that over into the relationship that she has with you. That's why it's so important that you ask key questions when you deal with women. And that's one, we always ask what's the relationship with their father. But now we need to look a little closer. What is the relationship that you have with your mother? Why do I say the relationship with the mother? Because her mother was her teacher on how to deal with men. Let me say that again. Her mother was an indirect or direct teacher on how she interacts with men. If her mother had issues with men, 9 times out of 10, she's going to have issues with men and don't even know it. Because she's learned it from her mother and her mother interactions that she has with men. You say, why is this important, LDA? I'm telling you it's important because you need to examine before you make full closure on the purchase. And what I mean is that you need to make sure that she's got that resolve, whatever she's learned from her mother. Because some mothers and aunts and cousins had taught some of the young ladies things that are not healthy to maintain a healthy relationship with a man. Some things they may have taught is that she needs to be independent. She don't need nobody's help. That she always got to have something put away in case something happens. That she has to run the relationship. Those are deadly things inside of her that can be like a ticking time bomb that can go off. So you need to be aware when you're dealing with her, what's really going on inside of her. Because you can be with her and you step on one of the landmines that was buried inside of her and didn't know where it come from. It's because of the faulty information that was passed on her, maybe from her mother, her aunts, her sisters, her brother, whoever it was. And now you're faced with something that you were not aware of. There's been a lot of faulty information that's passed on, but all you have to do is be an observer and ask the right questions. What is your relationship with your mother? Did you guys get along? How was the relationship between your mother and the father? Did they get married? Did they divorce? Were you just something that happened one night? How is the relationship? Does the mother blame the father? All those things are factors if the young lady that you're talking to has not resolved those issues inside of her. Why am I saying this? Because if she doesn't deal with those things, you're going to become the one who's going to deal with them and not even know it. You're going to now put on the therapist hat and you got to shuffle through her landmines that's stuck inside of her. And the biggest thing that a woman has to do is she has to take accountability for what has taken place in her life. See, it's easy to blame her mother, her father, her aunts, her sisters, her brothers, her grandmother. But until she takes responsibility for how she was taught and what she was given, that it was faulty information, guess what's going to happen? She's going to continue that cycle and not even know it, because the program inside of her has not been changed. And since it hasn't been changed, what's going to happen? She's in your matrix, but now you're going to fall into her matrix, and you're running against walls and wondering why you're not succeeding in the relationship with her. I always say you got to build your relationship muscles, but I'm also saying now you need to thoroughly vet the woman to see what's going on inside of her, because those are key indications that potentially you may be dealing with if she has not dealt with them herself, if she has not gone to therapy and walked them out, if she does not see the error in her ways. We have a lot of misinformation out here, and a lot of people are afraid to get into relationships and to actually succeed in relationships. And a lot of it is, once again, because of faulty information. It's not that she doesn't want to move forward. Many times they don't know how to. But I'm also giving you a precursor and a pre-warning that you need to look before you jump. I don't care how bad her body is. I don't care how good her sex is. You cannot do that all day and body's going to change. You're going to have to face the woman that she is when you deal with her on a day-to-day basis. So I'm just giving you a little precursor. Be careful, or be watchful, or be an observer of the woman and ask the right questions. What took place? How was the relationship with your mother? A lot of people talk about the father, but the relationship with their mother can be very deadly. So this is Lawrence D. Adams. Like, share, and leave a comment, and let me know what you think.